just come out here and play as hard as possible. And my teammates been telling me, training and leading up to this game, to just keep shooting. And whenever I got it, they were telling me to shoot, so I just let it fly. Just using my outside shot to get the advantage to go inside, and then playing inside and out. So just trying to mix it up and make sure that the defense is off balance and not doing the same thing over and over again. Just make sure it's basketball, so just doing the right things, making the right plays, and at the end, if everyone trusts you and you trust yourself and you have the confidence, the ball will go the right way. Thank you guys for supporting us and continue to be with us as we go through this tournament. Thank you guys.
The Kenya Morans just take apart Cote d'Ivoire 62-52. Let's just talk about this. The first game in the AFROCAN, first win for Kenya. I'm so happy. Let's just get into it. I'm just so excited. I'm so ecstatic. I even had a live stream just talking about the game. Even during the game, I had a live stream just checking the live score. And I had also a live stream where I brought in Coach Abel. We just chopped it up. It was just a brief presser in there just talking about the game. Immediately it stopped, but I just decided, I'm going to just pop in with a video because you know how we do with this channel. So even before we start, man, please be sure, run up them likes, man. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that, you can get notified on all these things that we're working on. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the Kenya Morans, a team on the rebound, a team that has faced a lot of adversity, especially last year. It was a dark year last year. Are able to bring that spark in, and able to bring in them new guys in there. You see the rise of Nderitu. I know there was some issues FIBA clearance. He was a part of the AfroBasket team, even the qualifiers, but he wasn't cleared yet. But man, this guy is just straight automatic. Got you Joe in there. Adara, man, beast mode. Then you got Bush, rebound machine. It's just, he's actually part in the reason as to why Kenya out-rebounded Cote d'Ivoire. And look, they made Cote d'Ivoire look small in there because the total rebounds, 57 total rebounds for KE, 37 defensive, 20 offensive. Right? If you have to know, a game was pretty good, especially offensive rebounds. Cote d'Ivoire only had 5 of them, and we out-rebounded them by a lot. And even if you look at the block shots, shots altered, you could see Kenya defensively are pretty good. And it just shows you steps in the right direction. We just need to, take one step at a time, be able to work toward getting to a point where we're able to get back. And having a win like this is actually pretty good. It gives us a lot of confidence in the team, and that confidence was quite lacking, especially last year. And even in the lead up to this tournament, not much confidence exuded, but belief and the way these guys trained. Although it was the short time that they trained, but you could see they set up, they got the pieces that they needed, and right now it's just plugging them in. So yeah, Kenya, we shot 35% from the field, 25 out of 72. Not a good look, especially from deep, and also from the line where we were pretty atrocious, 37.5% from the free throw, despite us even going to the free throw line more than Cote d'Ivoire. We were not able to even crack the 60, even 65 to 70% mark. So it wasn't a good thing at all. And from the three, we just gotta keep it together, especially from deep. But the good thing is we had Nderitu. He was knocking down them threes. He knocked down a couple of threes in there, which you kind of helped us in there. And all there from the onset, when I saw the first quarter, you could see it was the first possession. You could see there was a turnover in there. We're trying to get a feel of the game, but as the first quarter proceeded, you could see Kenya were just finding their footing offensively, and even created we created a lead of our own, 7-8 points there. Then in the second quarter, we just continue building it up. Cote d'Ivoire just trying to valiantly try to get back at us. They were cutting the lead to 4-3, eventually 2 points. Then we just left them by 7 points heading into the half. So it was actually a pretty good thing having a lead like that. And one thing that I was keen on is the second half. Despite the low latency in the stream, and FIBA giving their first game of the tournament, and they didn't even like set up a good stream in there. So it was actually pretty lackluster, and the way like they set up the stream was very frustrating with the glitching and the blinking. It was really somewhat hurt my eyes a bit, but I was trying to pull through. I had to like cut the brightness on the screen so that I can be able to like check out the game. But all in all, the game continued. And even when I was checking out the live score, I just made sure to keep track of like game progression, especially with the scoring evolution. And looking at Q3, Cote d'Ivoire just had a scoring slump, especially at the start of the third quarter. So you could see Kenya capitalized on that. Although we had a slight scoring slump in there, able to pick up the slack and finish the third quarter on a high. But when it came to the fourth, we just kept the hammer down, and the lead changes most notably only happened the first half, at the beginning of the first quarter and almost at the end of the second. But in the second half, Kenya just pulled away, and there was no way Cote d'Ivoire able to like catch us at all. So we just kept on building on that lead, and the biggest lead we had was 15, 9-0 run. Dominated this game for 38 total minutes, and the key stats tell us everything that we need to know. We led in steals, 10 steals, dished the rock pretty well, 13 assists, actually pretty good. Joe in there was just walking, and he was dictating the tempo of the game, which was something that was so exemplary, and it was just excellent to see. Reduced the number of turnovers from the normal 22, 23, or even 27 turnovers to 15. Just keep the number at a minimum, take care of the basketball. That's what we needed at the time. And, man, our ball handlers were pretty good. Derek Ogechi and Eugene did their thing in there. We had a block in there, and the fouls were at 14. But, hey, I mean, we just did our thing. And looking at even the points in the paint, we dominated 22 points in the paint, 9 second chance points related that stat. We had 11 points from turnovers and 26 points from the bench. So you could see even the bench were, doing their thing in there. We had a good bench, especially heading into this tournament. But man, I mean, them guys Derek Ogechi, man, this is his game. He played heavy minutes, 28 minutes, 19 points, 41% shooting from the field. Out of 17 attempts, he sunk 7. And from deep, he attempted 8 threes, and he knocked down 3. So 37.5, and his threes were actually pretty timely, because if you look at the way the game was moving, the way they were swinging the ball at him, he was able to knock it down easily, and it was just a difference, especially given the magnitude of this game. We needed to win this game, and we needed to like win up with about like 10 points, so that you don't get knocked out in like the points aggregation moving on. So best bet, I mean, we just went to Derek Ogechi, and he delivered. 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals, had a plus-minus of plus 17. He was the guy that led the charge, especially in scoring. And man, we don't even. I mean, we just made sure to have the whole team participate in this thing. And Griffo, 25 minutes played, 13 points, 55% shooting, 204 from deep. He sunk in 2 threes out of his 4 attempts, and 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Then Bush, I mean, he played heavy minutes. But if you even get to Bush, you have to go to Joe, because Eugene, his impact was actually pretty felt, especially all across the stat sheet. He played 26 minutes, 8 points, 50% shooting from the field, on 2-point field goals, 75%. Okay, he didn't knock down them threes. He went 0 for 2, but on the line, he shot 50. He had 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. And he was actually pretty good in there. He had a plus-minus or plus 7. And looking at even Bush, 35 minutes played, man. 8 points, 40% shooting out of 10 attempts. He sank 4. He attempted 2 threes, didn't go in, but the main stat that he led in like a wide margin was the rebounds, with 19 total rebounds. And his rebound stats were actually pretty insane, because this guy had 6 offensive boards and 13 defensive boards. So every defensive board, he caught it, and he made sure to do that. And not even to forget, or even on offensive boards, you could see Bramwell, he had 5 offensive rebounds in there. Eugene, he had 3 of them. So you could see, and also Derek also had 3 offensive rebounds. So you could see the overall impact that he had on the team, and especially offensive rebounds, those second chance points and those second chance possessions were something that we needed, especially kicking kicking the game to a higher gear, making sure that we're getting there. So all in all, this was actually a very good game. I feel like with the core of Derek Ogechi, Eugene, and Bush in there as the guy who's gonna lead the post. We just need a few guys in there to click. I was actually anticipating to see Kennedy Washira just go off. He didn't have a good game in there, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna show up for the Gabon game because man, he's a guy that when defenses don't even know how to adjust on him, especially when you have like Eugene in there. I'm pretty sure like when Ken kicks in, like he's gonna be unstoppable, especially moving forward. I'm pretty sure they're gonna make the adjustments in there just to making sure that he's gonna get the ball where he needs it. Ariel Ortega, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get some significant minutes in there if he is able to click in there. And also the other guys, Eric Mutoro, hopefully they can be able to hold their own, especially when they go into this place. I mean, they go into these games and also like Fidel Cote, he played heavy minutes, 21 minutes played, nearly half the game, and so we needed a couple of guys, to show up, and despite the situation, the circumstance when like players, not scoring as much, you had like Derek just picking up the slack and just taking that ball and leading the charge on offense. But I'm pretty sure in the next game, the Gabon game, we'll have the ability to be able to make the adjustments and be able to like check out how we're going to be able to like get everyone involved, especially on defense, offense, who's the first, second, third option in there. But the first option in this game was Derek, number one, because he was the guy that, was doing everything in there. Eugene just facilitating in there, Griffo in there, just, having that veteran presence in there. Bush just grabbing them boards. I mean, he was just killing them on the boards, and it was something that we just needed at that time. So I'm very optimistic with these things, and this game, I mean, it's just pretty good. Despite FIBA, having like that glitch in there in the game, I feel like we have a shot at this. We can be able to like go all the way and be able to like get back in the finals like in 2019. Okay, it's the first game. I'm just trying to make sure that we don't like over exceed expectations, but we just take it one game at a time. Make sure to be able to like brush up on like the areas that we had flaws even despite the win, and be able to like move forward and try to make the adjustments for Gabon, because that's another must-win game. I was actually pretty like jittery, especially with this Cote d'Ivoire team, because they were coming off like a 3-game winning streak, and they won like about 4 or 5 days ago, and they just played this July, so it's recently. So I was afraid like they would bring that momentum in this game, and honestly, in a post game, you could see, like they said, they didn't have enough time to rest, so that's an advantage for us. So that's a good sign. And now it's the Gabon game. Like Gabon, they played in March. I'm pretty sure they're pretty good, but I feel like Kenya, if we continue like and make some slight adjustments in our offense and defense, we can be able to like start off this game in a 2-game, start off this contest in a 2-game winning streak, and at least be able to get in there and just challenge further. So there are more games coming up. We had like Cote d'Ivoire versus Cameroon. Cote d'Ivoire won that game 70-63. I mean, Rwanda, they got railed by Tunisia 67-61, but it was a blowout, so it was actually pretty good to see also. And man, I mean, I'm just so happy. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. I'll be at the Tubonge Baki space tomorrow. Tomorrow evening. It's gonna be an extended space just talking about this game. So I just said, let me just leave my spiel on this to be able to let's just talk about this in this in the way we do things here. So yeah, I'm just excited. I don't know. It's been a long time. I'm just feeling so happy to see that win, because man, we were just on the trenches. Like the last time we won a game was in 2021 against Mali. So, and we were on a 7-game losing streak, starting from the South Sudan, eliminating us. And man, getting here was getting like a win like that, and especially in Cote d'Ivoire, is actually pretty good. Now it's Gabon, and whoever we are going to meet in front of us, we just have to destroy. And I'm optimistic. I don't want to get too optimistic, but I just feel like if you take it one game at a time, we got this thing covered. So if you guys like the video, make sure to leave your feedback down in the comments on what you think about the Kenya Morans, Kenya, what you think about, FIBA, what you think about everything. So yeah, man, subscribe, hit the bell. I'm out.